Hi, I'm Channing Drake,
I'm James Crane.
and we are doing our project over smart devices. So James, can you explain what smart devices are and how they work?
Yeah, to first understand smart devices, you have to understand what technology is. Now, technology is the collection of techniques, skills, methods, and processes used in the production of goods or services. Now, all smart devices are made up of technology. A smart device is something that can connect to the internet and talk to other devices using the Internet of Things. The goal of smart devices and technology is to make things easier to do, such as communication, manufacturing and processing, and gathering information to make things easier and more efficient for us.
Awesome. Can you explain how smart devices relate to the Internet of Things?
Yes, smart devices relate to the Internet of Things by each device has like a thing in it, such as an embedded processor, a sensor, or a Bluetooth device that allows it to communicate to other devices. And the devices themselves that let them connect to the internet is the Internet of Things, because the Internet of Things is like the servers and stuff that allow the internet to run. It's like the objects that allow things to connect to the internet. So an example of technology or smart device that's more modern are refrigerators, smart refrigerators to be specific. Now these are like the fancy refrigerators that you see the rich people buying that have, nice computer in them, touch screen, all that good stuff. Now, an example of how a smart refrigerator can be beneficial to society. So let's say you have some kids. One of them's name is Jimmy. Now Jimmy's of the age where he starts to cook food for himself, and most households have a few expired things in the fridge because it just happens over time.
True.
And so Jimmy, he wakes up one morning, he walks in the kitchen, wants to make himself a nice omelet, and he goes in the fridge, he finds the eggs, and as he's pulling them out, the fridge is telling him, yo, these eggs are expired, don't eat them. And this could potentially save little Jimmy's life or his health, because eating expired eggs could end up bad. You could get sick, salmonella, I don't know. But yeah, this is an example of how a smart device can benefit our society.
Awesome, that's so cool.
Now, Channing, I have a question for you. How is technology changing businesses and shaping our world?
Well, specifically smart devices have changed business in almost every way imaginable, especially in the past 20 years. A huge thing that smart devices have changed is the amount of data that's out there. Now, data is what companies thrive off of. They do a lot of data analysis to get information that helps their companies, and now that the consumers have smart devices and have so much data tracking technology, that's like smart devices are tracking and recording the patterns of all consumer behavior, and that is great information for companies, and it's changing the way that they do business, the way that they market, the way that they do everything. Another huge thing that smart devices are changing is inventory. Now, inventory costs are a huge problem for companies, and that is like a huge thing that they are trying to reduce, and smart devices are revolutionizing how companies are tracking and managing their inventory, which is huge. Another huge thing that smart devices are affecting is remote work. Now, it used to be like in the 90s where if a key employee wasn't at work, then it would kind of halt the whole system, the whole process that the business is going through, because they needed that person there and they weren't there. Now that we have smart devices, remote work is so much easier because you can do work from home. You can do work from anywhere. As long as you have a smart device, you can key into a computer that's at the office or do things that you need to do without having to actually be there. Speed and accessibility, as well as efficiency and productivity, are huge things that smart devices have changed. Obviously, it's made things faster, easier, quicker, the whole lot of it. Another big thing is new consumer needs as well as new staffing needs. Because consumers have these smart devices, they are coming up with all sorts of new things that we need or want. And because of that, companies are having new staffing needs because they're going to need to staff people to meet these needs of the new needs that the customers are having.
All right, one more question for you.
Yes.
What are the positives and negatives of this new technology?
Well, there's many positives to smart devices. I would say the big ones are speed. It's speeding up our world so much. Everything's faster. Everything's instant. 2-day shipping. 2-day, you can't beat it. Another huge thing is it's making life easier. With technology, with smart devices, you're better able to get things done at a faster pace and much easier with less work for you to do. And another big thing is they are customizable. There's so much technology out there, smart devices, that you can find pretty much anything to get done what you need to get done. The negatives, however, are smart devices are expensive. They're pretty expensive. They'll take a big chunk out of your pocket if you're not careful. The reliability of them, they're not always reliable. It's technology, it's human-made, it's not always perfect. Another huge thing is sustainability. Are we going to be able to keep the speed up, to keep finding a new thing, a new technology, a new smart device, a new thing? And also, is it sustainable for our planet to be going this fast, to be having this many smart devices, to be this connected? That's about all I got.
Awesome.
Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.